How to start and hold a conversation with anyone. You're at a party, and you're looking to talk to some new people. Or maybe you're in a coffee shop, and you see someone reading their book, and you want to strike up a conversation with them. Maybe it just has been a long day, and you're craving some human interaction. Whatever the reason, starting and holding a conversation is easier than you think. Here are 5 tips on how to do it. Remember to smile and make eye contact. Always use non-verbal cues to your advantage. Remember to smile and make eye contact with the people you're talking to. Smiling helps put people at ease and makes you seem more approachable. It can also help put others in a better mood. If you have a hard time remembering to smile, try practicing in front of a mirror until it becomes routine. Keep eye contact for a few seconds when meeting someone new or when the other person is speaking, which indicates that you're paying attention and are interested in what he or she has to say. Avoid staring at the person for an uncomfortable length of time, but don't look away too quickly either. This can signal that you aren't listening or don't care about what they're saying, which will make them feel uncomfortable and may end the conversation prematurely. Ask open-ended questions. People love to talk about themselves, so get them started by asking questions about themselves, their hobbies, and their interests. Don't be afraid to be a little nosy. The more specific you are with your questions, the more likely you'll find something you have in common with them. Here are some of the open-ended questions you would want to ask in your conversation. What do you like to eat? How do you spend your weekends? Describe what your dream vacation would be. Do you think the movie is better than the book? Why? Or why not? Find something you have in common, and keep the conversation going. One of the most common mistakes we make when starting a conversation is giving too much of our attention to ourselves. We get so caught up in thinking about what we're going to say, that we forget to listen to what the other person is telling us. This can be especially distracting if you tend to be nervous during social interactions, but ironically, it's by focusing on other people that you'll be able to put yourself at ease and keep the conversation flowing. The first step is making a mental note of something interesting or noteworthy about the other person, say, their career path, or their charming accent. If you know your acquaintance well, for example, they're a friend or family member, this won't be difficult. But even if you've just met them, there are many ways to find out more about them. For example, ask questions, or observe their behavior and mannerisms. Once you've noticed something appealing or surprising about your conversational partner, comment on it. You can say something as simple as, "Hey, how did you start working for Zoom?" They will likely be flattered by your interest in them and want to tell their story, and at the same time, telling their story will help them relax and become more comfortable with talking with you. It's a win-win. Once they've gotten started on a topic they feel passionate about, keep the ball rolling by continuing to ask thoughtful follow-up questions like, "Why do you think that strategy was so successful?" Or simply responding with supportive statements like, "Wow, I had no idea that any kangaroos lived outside Australia." Be prepared for awkward silences and learn how to break them. The key to keeping a conversation going is having a few go-to conversational topics that you can loop back to when the conversation stalls. Here are some great questions for you to save in your conversational arsenal. What was the best thing you ate this week? What was the most interesting thing you learned this week? What's something you learned recently? Who's your current celebrity crush? What's your biggest pet peeve? On the flip side, make sure not to bring up any of these taboo topics: politics, religion, money, and family drama. If someone else brings one of these topics up, it's only safe to talk about them if everyone is on the same page. Remember to transition the conversation. Once you've gotten the ball rolling on a conversation and are feeling confident, remember to keep it going. You can continue on the same topic or introduce something new. Either way, you're still conversing. We're all familiar with that weird moment when an interaction seems to wind down, and no one knows what to say next. And you can't get out of there fast enough. Good news, you don't have to be paralyzed by awkward silences if you know how to transition from one topic to another. The best part about transitioning is that it's not hard, so long as you remember one thing: stay focused on your audience. Know what would be interesting for them and go from there. Starting conversations can be nerve-wracking, but with these tips you can confidently start a conversation with anyone. That's all from this video. Tell us in the comments section about your way of starting and holding a conversation with anyone. We would love to hear your thoughts. And if you want to keep up with what we're doing next, subscribe to the channel. See ya in the next video.